What's up, everybody? It's your girl Egyptia, and this needs. Lord, I can't even talk today. I am so sorry. I don't know what's going on with me. I was sneezing, and then I had to re-record this whole thing. Oh, what a mess. Anyways, you guys, welcome back to This Needs Wine. Hope you grab your glass because we're definitely going to talk about some really deep things. Today, I am sipping on a soft red blend from Ménage à Trois, which is a cheaper brand, which I honestly love. It's really, really delicious. But yeah, just wanted to tell you guys that. So pretty much this week, we're going to switch up how we normally do things. We're actually going to start with the post of the week. And then once we get with the post of the week, that's actually going to be what our Grab the Glass segment is going to be based on. So we are going to talk about Sierra's prayer. So it has really have taken social media by storm. A lot of women are really invested in terms of that prayer because a lot of women, I would say Black women too, it's been very tough for Black women to find a mate that values them and really appreciates them, to have a healthy relationship. So a lot of people have been gravitating towards this prayer because we've seen Sierra transition into having these bad boys to now having a really, really good guy, a very stand-up guy. He seems, Russell Wilson definitely seems to be a very stand-up guy with principles and morals. I'm sure he's not perfect, but who is? But a man with character, principle, and morals is a damn good man to me. So, because a lot of men, that's something that they lack is principle and morals and ethics a lot of times. So when you find a man that has that, it's really an attractive thing, and it's really a very beautiful thing. And if I sound a little nasally, definitely forgive me. I think I might be coming down with the little sniffles. Considering that, weather change or whatever, or it could just be my allergies because I always deal with fall allergies. But anyway, so I wanted to start with the prayer. So it states, Jesus, I need you. I don't fully understand everything right now, but I know you have great plans for me. I'm hurting, but there's a purpose in my pain. I need you. I need you to restore my faith and love. Give me strength. I know I can't do it all on my own. I'm tired. I don't want to hurt I don't want to hurt anymore. I don't want to feel like this ever again. Thank you for hearing my cry. Thank you for hearing my heart. I know you'll do what's right with it. Thank you for never judging me. I'm broken, but I'm beautifully broken, which I think that's so nice. I know you will help me put all of the right pieces together. I know my pain is not in vain. I know that my baby is the most precious gift you have given me in life, and I thank you for that. Thank you. Cover and protect us, Lord. I pray the next man of my life will be my husband. I pray he loves me, leads me, guides me, reassures me. I pray that he holds me. I pray that I have everything I want and need in him. I pray he will love me the way that you love me. Your love is unconditional. You are the way, the truth, the life, and in you there's hope. Lord, you say love is patient, love is kind. It does not envy. I believe in this pure love. This is what I want. Lord, thank you for reminding me of who I am. I am a queen. I deserve to be treated like one. I'm a warrior. I will get up. I'm a child of God. I'm everything you say I am. I am an overcomer. I'm built for this, Lord. I am ready. In Jesus' name, amen. It seems like they added a couple extra stuff on there. Let me see if I can Google it to see if it matches, because it seems like it's a little bit longer than usual. Let's see. Sierra's prayer. All right, let's see. Guys, again, I'm so sorry for being so stuffy right now. Ugh. Okay, let's see what we're looking at. Oh, okay. No, it's the same. Okay. I don't know why I felt like it was shorter than that. Anyway, so that was the prayer, which I think is a very beautiful one. But I think one thing we're discussing how to recite the prayer, and Lord, I'm going to recite this every night, put it under my pillow, hope that my man comes. But I think we also need to have a deeper conversation on what that prayer means. because I'm not Christian. And I don't consider myself that anymore. But with this, this was more of a Christian based prayer, which I think is beautiful. Don't get me wrong, but I know with the Bible it always says, prayer without work is dead. Hope I got that right. So basically, when I kind of look at that prayer, I kind of think about the work that you have to put in terms of whenever you're ready to have that partner and that forever love. Because as women, we're so conditioned to wanting the Prince Charming. And one thing with this prayer too, ladies, don't think that, you're going to have your Prince Charming or your Russell Wilson. First of all, there's only one Russell Wilson, and he's with Sierra. Two, there's no such thing as a Prince Charming. I think the fairy tale kind of love, as women, we have to eradicate that from our psyche. We have to get that out of our mind because there's no such love that is like the fairy tale books. The reason being is because we are two imperfect human beings coming together as one to make a relationship happen. So, excuse me, no relationship is perfect. Every relationship takes work. Every relationship takes communication, some sort of sacrifice. I mean, I don't really think you should self-sacrifice that much, but it does take a form of sacrifice. And it takes you being a little bit more logical than emotional. I'm a very emotional woman. I have emotions that flow like the wave, and a lot of times I have to check myself in order to not project my emotions constantly. So that's something that I always had to work on. But I kind of wanted to give my experience on the transition between when I was single until I got into my relationship. So I remember I was dating a good bit after my last relationship. And I remember after that breakup, I was single for about 2 or 3 years. And I remember how angry I was on the inside. Super angry. And as much as I was speaking to men, talking to them, sleeping with them, going on dates with them, I still found myself very angry at men. And I was angry at men because of what my previous partner had done to me. Because I was in about almost 3-year relationship with this guy who I kid you not, guys, I really thought that man was going to be my husband. And when things completely fell apart, I was really broken in a way because not only did the breakup break me, he broke me in a way. And I just felt like, and he seemed like such a good guy. I don't know if you guys watch, enjoy the podcast. But I remember Jared talking about how he was the nice guy. JD also talked about that too, like the whole concept of being the nice guy where you look perfect. You look like so innocent and sweet and nice, and there's no way that you could hurt a fly or hurt a girl. So women fall in love with you and then you end up really being the fuckboy. And that was pretty much the person that I was with. He seemed like the nice guy. He had this traditional look about him. This like very Southern gentleman. Like the epitome of when you would say like a Southern gentleman, that was him. But honey, Jesus. Tinexa? Tinexa li gen tout problem. I'm telling you, this guy had all the problems. And honestly, looking back on it, we really didn't really match. Like long term, how I wanted my life to function and how his life wanted to function, it really was two different things. And we could have made it work if he would have been willing to, but honestly, I don't think I would have been as happy as I am now. So, very happy that we called it quits. But I remember I was going through dating guys and I'm just like, God, I just want to find my husband. I just want to find love. Like, I've been single for all this time. Like, I've done the work. And so I thought, I've done the work. Like, I'm ready to be someone's wife. Like, what's going on? And I remember, so I'm pretty spiritual. And I remember on my other podcast, The Last Cassette, we ended up interviewing a Reiki healer. And great dude. It was an amazing interview that we did. You know, we basically talked about the world and the kind of work that he does and how he transformed because him going to prison to then going into becoming a Reiki healer and a spiritual healer for the community. It was beautiful. I'll definitely see if I can find the episode because it was like about let's see, I met my partner in September of 2019. So it was like August. It's like July or August of like 2019. So yeah, I'll try to see if I can link that episode below if you're watching on YouTube. It was a phenomenal interview. It was beautiful. But I remember him telling me, I was like, I'm really trying to find my mate and I really want to find a man and I am really struggling. And I remember him telling me, he said, a spirit told me to tell you that it's all in you. It's all like something in the words of like it's all in you. And he basically broke it down and said, you're not really walking with love. You think that you are, but you're holding this animosity towards men. And there's anger that you're carrying that you need to get rid of in order for that man to come. That man is around the corner. He's there. He's around the corner. You kind of know him, but you don't. But he's right around the corner. But the thing is, that man is not going to come if you don't do the work that you need to do in order to be, because you have to be loved in order to receive love. And I will never forget like getting that concept as well. Once I decided to do the work for myself. And I said, wow, like when I went home that night after we recorded, I said, he's right. I'm not walking in love. I'm not whatsoever. And realizing that, I said, okay. I lit up all my candles. I got my meditation music on. And I just remember praying. And I said, okay. I said, God and all of my guiding spirits, I love my life. And at the time, my life was great. I had just moved back, for about a year, because I had moved back here to Greenville in 2018. So it had been a year. And I was so happy. I was meeting new people. I was reconnecting with my best friends. And I was, and also with the men that I was meeting, though it didn't go anywhere, I was really meeting some great men with a lot of substance, who were teaching me a lot of things and who were courting me, and they were great. I had a lot of fun with them. They were wonderful people. They just weren't for me. When I look back on it, I really did have a phenomenal dating life when I moved back to Greenville. Sorry, I'm trying to fix these cords. I'm sorry. But I really had a phenomenal time dating. It was great. It really was. I had fun. Me and my girl Kira, we were going out, just having a ball and enjoying our singleness. And it was fun. It was a good time, and I met some really cool guys and cool people during that time. But I definitely was very angry at men. I did not like men. If it wasn't my dad, and if it wasn't my nephew and my uncles, brothers. If it wasn't them, didn't like them. Even if I liked a guy, I almost had a disdain, whichever word works great for this one. I'm sorry. I honestly didn't have the best outlook for a man. Like, though he was nice, though I would like him, I would still have this like, but you're a guy, so I know you're full of BS and blah, blah, blah. And I think when you go out into the dating world, if you're dating with intentions, you cannot be that way. And it goes for men too, honestly. Even for men, if you guys are wanting to find that wife, find that partner, find that person, You cannot have animosity towards women, because once you get into that relationship, you will carry that negativity that you have towards the other gender into your relationship. And then you're constantly going to think your partner's full of crap because they're female or they're male. Because there's gunk inside of you that you have to get rid of before you can move on to that level to be able to be with someone in a healthy relationship. And anyways, I remember after that prayer, I just said, I love my life. My life is full of love. It's full of laughter. It's full of these beautiful human beings that are my friends and my family. And, my life is full. It's beautiful. I have a new job. I am focused on a new career path, because that's when I had first started my work that I do now. And I had been there for about a year. And I was like, everything is working out in my favor. And, I left Colombia and I came back home, and my life just elevated and just literally took a complete turnaround versus how it was when I was back in Colombia. So I said, you know what? If I am meant to be a wife, then I will be that. If not, then I'm okay. And I didn't only just say that, I meant that. I meant that because I eventually, after that interview, I spent weeks taking time for myself, doing different things that I like by myself. I wrote a lot. I do a lot of writing when I'm going through like a pivotal point in my life. I do a lot of writing. And I just realized, not everybody is meant for marriage. For me, I could feel that I'm meant for marriage, but what if God and the universe has a different calling for me? So I just said, okay, if I'm meant to be a wife, I'll accept that. I'll accept that into my heart, and I will make sure to work on myself to make sure that I can be the best partner that I can be for my mate. I want to erase all of this negativity that I have in my spirit, on my heart, and I want to walk in love. I want to walk with love. I want to be love. I want love to surround me, because I am surrounded by love, but I myself want to be love. And I will never forget when I spoke those words. I want to be love. I want to walk in love, and not just because I am in love with someone. So after that prayer, I felt great. I felt like a wonderful thing is going to come. I don't know if it's a man. I don't know what it is, but something great is going to come. And sure enough, I met my partner that I have been with for the last 2 years. And we've had our ups and downs. Every relationship does. But he definitely matches me, for who I am at this moment. And I definitely hope and pray that we continue this union and we grow into this union, and we make a whole life. But one thing I will say, though, the quality of man that he is completely different than what I had dated before. He was more mindful. He is more mindful, but he was more mindful. He was more spiritual. He was more intellectual. He took the time to get to know who I was as a human being, and not be so fixated on, oh my God, I like you. Oh my God, like you're so beautiful. Oh my God, like, just kind of, the love bombing that men do when they first meet you. And I will say, ladies, if a man love bombs you, run away. I've been love bombing every relationship that has been tumultuous. Literally, don't do it. But he came in with this calm, very calming energy. And I could tell that he cared about what I had to say, what I had to think, what I like to do, and just simply who I was as a human being. And seeing that, it was different. It was very different. Like, I remember this question that he asked me, and I was like, what? Get the F up out of here. He asked, this was when we first started talking. Now, mind you, this was August. And in some way, somehow, Weeks later, he had hit me up. I used to call him the In and Out Man. We met online, and and he would text me and then go away for like months. But I was like, whatever. But that time, we started talking on the phone a little bit more. And then I remember he had asked me for his 28th birthday, 27th birthday, 28th, 27th. I don't remember. Anyways, but his birthday was coming up and he wanted to take me out to dinner on his birthday. And I was like, what? Hey, okay, monsieur. Okay, you want to take me out to dinner? Women? And it's on your birthday? Okay, all right, cool. So we did, and I remember telling my sister, like, oh, I'll just be there for like an hour or two, and literally like didn't come home till like almost 3 o'clock in the morning because we fell into like such a long conversation. But anyways, like a little bit after that, when we both kind of knew like we're really having feelings for each other, this might be something a little bit more than just hanging out. He asked me, he said, in order to be with you, what requirements do you have? What makes you truly happy in a relationship? What things do you desire and need? And I said, what? A man is asking me what my requirements are? I was like, what? But again, that difference, I was like, wow, like how different is that? And again, I'm not married. I don't know where things will go. I mean, we talk about wanting to be married and all these things, and that's the route that we're taking. But it's life. Things happen. But I will say it's very healthy. Even through our bad times, we've always been able to keep things very, very healthy. And it's very hard to find that, especially in our generation. But I will say, having that kind of relationship coming into my life, I always say it's because of the work that I did. I made sure that I was walking with love. I took care of myself. I took better care of myself. And with that, I was able to find someone who matched the calmness, who matched the want for having something real, something serious, and them just being a really good person. So I say all of this to say that we may pray, we may hope, we may want, but we have to make sure that the old things are washed and moved away before we bring the new. Because I'm pretty sure Sierra had to do a lot of inner work to be able to stand in and present herself in such a way to where she could get a man of Russell Wilson's caliber. And I don't mean money, because to me, a high value man is not, it has nothing to do with money. It has everything to do with principle and morals and ethics. That's what a high value man is. Because you cannot come to a man who is high value in the sense of ethics and morals and have your things éparpillé, which means just everywhere. You can't be scatterbrained. You can't sit here and not have morals and principles yourself. You can't come here and be toxic and taint his water that he himself has taken the time to clean. You cannot do that. You can't come in with negative energy to someone who has worked their years or time to be able to have positive energy. You have to come in being as whole as possible. Now, when I got into my relationship, was I fully whole? No. Do I still deal with insecurities within the realms of my relationship? Absolutely. I'm only human. I've gone to therapy for years. So I definitely have like a lot of tools in my toolkit. Toolkit. I said toolkit. In my toolkit or toolbox. But I still have these issues. It's just now I know how to cope a lot better because I would take my sadness and put it into anger. And I've learned that that's not really the best thing to do. Me being as demanding as I was, because God, I was annoying. Sometimes I think about how I was in my previous relationship, and yeah, I was a good girlfriend. Don't get me wrong. I was still bomb and a really good person, but I was annoying and I was so immature and I was so emotional. And I made my partner feel like he had to be responsible for how I felt. And that is the wrong thing that you can do. That's a lot of responsibility to give another human being because they're their own person with their own emotions, thoughts, feelings, and patterns and habits. You can't like put all of your trauma on someone's back when they already have their shit to carry. So you got to learn how to go through that. And you're not going to always be perfect, but know how to be mentally stable to reel that thing back in. That's what's needed. So with the prayer, don't take the prayer as is. Take the prayer to understand that it's time to work on you. And if the man comes, fantastic. If the man doesn't come, be okay with that too. I know it's hard as women because I think about that too with myself. When I hit 25, I was just really unhappy because I was like, my relationship had just recently failed. I had moved back home with my tail between my legs, no money, no nothing to show for of, being away for almost 7 years. And I felt so shitty about myself. And I had to realize like, no, like this was the best thing that can happen to you because you needed a reset and you have been blessed and privileged enough to be able to seek refuge back home to reset your life and reset what you needed and wanted. In those years I took to reevaluate what I wanted, what I needed, who I was. I literally redefined myself. There is this song by Sabrina Claudio called Confidently Lost. That was the anthem for my life from 2018 till about 2019, almost 2020. I was completely lost, but I was so confident in how lost I was because I knew that I would find myself, and the self that I was going to find was going to be the best version of who I am. And I feel like I am currently. I feel like I am, though still emotional, I'm more logical. I'm a lot more sane. I think about things before I say them, even though sometimes I am still direct. That shit ain't gonna go away. Just saying. But the maturity that I have gained through those years before I met my partner was amazing. So ladies, take this time, even men, take this prayer and look at it as your starter kit. So I want to know, what do you want to work on with yourself before you get into a relationship? What does the best version of you sound like? So comment down below. I definitely want to know. And thank you guys for joining me. And I hope you all have a fantastic week. And take care of yourself, love on yourself, and most importantly, be yourself. Bye.